Rico, go.
Rico, go? Rico, go! Okay, so.
Oh, yeah. We drove by the storage place and the cop was still out there, like, waiting for us to come back.
There's another one!
Really?
God damn it!
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Oh my.
If it's the same guy, different car, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Hey.
Alright, because there's been cops everywhere since then.
I know, right?
Everywhere.
Everywhere we go, man.
Oh my god. Alright, so, Rico.
Rico story, okay.
Now that we got the cop part out of the way.
Yeah, right? None of the cops here. They can enjoy the story too. So.
We'll just be sitting there with Alan's popcorn.
Right? Candy.
Eric's ready.
Eric's ready for the story already.
Yeah, I know. I have two.
So, anyway. A couple of years ago, I was dating this girl named Katie. Right? She's a cute girl. Italian.
Big bush.
Big bush. Called her the jungle.
It comes with the Italian.
It does. It really does. But that's not this story. You can hear more about that later. So I decided that I was going to actually try for a relationship and not be like fuck buddies. Or, just a, hey, let's go on a couple of dates. So I brought her down to meet my family down in Philly. So I didn't have a car at the time. So we took the train and the bus. Train ride was fine, joking, laughing, pointing out the views, whatever. Bus ride, everything's going smoothly. And then I smell it. It's that wafting smell of vomit, just putrid stench of VO and trash and just nastiness. And then the bus stops. And on walks a tiny little Puerto Rican boy. And I'm like, oh God. She's like, what? And all of a sudden I hear, Chez Sez! Hey, how you doing? Come here, man, come here. She comes staggering down the aisle. I'm sitting in the aisle seat, she's sitting in the window, and she says, hey, Chez, how you doing? I haven't seen you forever, man. This is my friend Rico. Rico, I've known since first, second grade. We went to school together. His parents kicked him out because his grades were low. So we took him in for a little bit, and then because of some altercations that I'd rather not talk about, we kicked him out. So he lived on the streets and started doing crack. He's my crack friend. So
you have one of everything now.
I really do. I really do. I'm like a rainbow of friends. The league of different people. Anyway. So, something you gotta know about Rico. He's about that tall. Puerto Rican. Raggedy ass clothes. Smells like death. Big, bulging brown eyes. And a Mickey Mouse tattoo. Right there. Who gets a Mickey Mouse tattoo that's like that big? Right here. Just in the middle of his forehead. So he's talking to me. He's like, hey, Chez, you got $1? And I'm like, no, Rico, I ain't got $1. He's like, oh, come on, Chez, I need $1. Just $1. I'm like, Rico, I ain't got no fucking dollar. I use my dollar to pay for the bus. I pay for her and I pay for me. What are you gonna do? He's like, what? And he knew his kid. He's like, hey, she's you. And I'm like, yeah, I think so. He's like, oh, that's your sister? I'm like, no, Rico, it's not my sister. He's like, oh, your cousin? And I'm like, no, Rico, it's not my cousin. We met all my cousins. Oh, okay. It's your mother. No, Rico, it's not my mother. It's my fucking girlfriend. Oh, okay. It's your wife. I'm like, do you see a fucking ring on my finger, Rico? I just told you, it's my goddamn girlfriend. It's like, oh, okay. I understand. You got $1? I'm like, Rico, I got no goddamn $. He's like, are you sure you don't have $1? I swear to God, this guy finds me Chez dog. He can, if I go anywhere within 100 miles of South Philadelphia, he knows where I am, and he'll find me. He'll be like, he's over here. And Rico, he survived by rotating dumpsters. The man's stupid. He's retarded. He's a crackhead. He's crazy. But somehow he memorized the Philadelphia trash system. And he would sleep in one of the dumpsters the night before the trash was taken. That way it'd be nice and full and all that crap. And the next day he'd move to a different dumpster. And then to another one. And then to another one. Most brilliant, retarded crackhead I know. So, Katie starts tugging on my shirt. And she's like, hey, are we okay? I'm like, yeah, why? What's going on? I know Rico. I've known him for a long time, so he doesn't worry me. Looking from the outside in, he's a creepy motherfucker. He's scary. I would be afraid. But she's terrified. So I'm like, yeah, it's fine. As I'm saying this, he leans over me and gets like that close to her face. And she's just petrified. And he looks at her and just stares at her. And he goes, you got pretty eyes. She's like, what? She's like, no, really. You got really pretty eyes. She starts bawling. She's like, oh my God. And I'm laughing. Because this shit's hilarious. And she's bawling her eyes. And she's crying. And I realize this. I'm like, alright, Rico, you gotta get out of here. He's like, oh, but come on, Chez. I just went down. She got really pretty eyes. And I'm like, no, Rico, you gotta get the fuck out of here. He's like, oh, okay. He leans back, sits in his chair. He's like, okay, I gotta go. This is my stop. You got dollar. And I'm like, no, I gotta go. Dollar. Get the fuck off the bus. He's like, okay. There's no need to be violent, Chez. You need to calm down. You got anger issues. That's gonna lead you bad places. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Rico. Go ahead. He's like, okay, Chez. I'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna go visit your nonna. Go have some food. Yeah. I'm like, don't you go to my nonna's house. He's like, okay, I'll see you there. We'll go have dinner. Okay, bye-bye. So he gets off the bus. She's shaking. And I'm just trying not to laugh because I find this hilarious. So I start rolling her shoulder. I'm like, you okay? She's like, I'm so scared. I'm like, I know. She's like, who was that? I'm like, that's my friend Rico. You know him? I'm like, yeah, I grew up with him. Oh my God. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. She's like, I was so scared. I'm like, yeah, he can be creepy. It's like, yeah, you understand. I thought I was going to die. I'm like, what do you mean you thought you were going to die? He's like, you look like you want to rip my eyes out and just eat them. And I'm like, oh my God. I start bawling laughing. It's just hysterical. So, a couple weeks later, I found out that she's cheating on me. So I break up with her. And I go down to Philly to have a couple rounds. And I find Rico. I get him one. And, we're sitting there drinking. He's like, yo, Chez. And I'm like, what's up, Rico? He's like, you got a dollar? And I'm like, Rico, I just bought you a beer. I ain't got no goddamn dollar. He's like, oh, okay. Where's your wife? I'm like, Rico, I'm not married. He's like, I know, but you were really pretty. She had really pretty eyes. I'm like, yeah. What's up, man? Yeah, you know me. I'm always here.
Yep.
But yeah, she got really pretty eyes. And I'm like, how would you like to talk to her? She's like, yeah, is she here? I'm like, no, we're going to call her on the phone. He's like, oh, okay, I'll talk to her. So, I use a payphone, and I call her cell. We're in one of those little booths. We're in the phone booth. And she's like, hello? He's like, hello? She's like, who is this? He's like, you got really pretty eyes. She's like, oh my God! She starts yelling, screaming, hangs up her phone. I get a call from one of her best friends because I'm laughing. This is hilarious. She's like, what did you do? I'm I'm like, me? Why don't you think I did anything? She's like, someone just called Katie. And she's like sitting in the corner rocking, all terrified. I'm like, well, I don't see how I could have done anything. I'm here. She's like, I don't know what happened. I'm like, oh. But yes, that is Rico. He is fun. And if you would like to know what happened to Rico, because he is no longer with us, sadly enough, please tune in to another video at a later date. That is all for tonight. Good night.
Oh, you missed it. They were skipping.
Aw, Skipper.
That's cute.
Dang.
Not conspicuous.
I'd like to bread her brother.
Butter bread.
Her bagels need some cream cheese.
Alright, come on.
Anyway.
You're in a phone booth.